start here, and I'll go through and explain as each slide comes up. We're going to start, there's the notice right there where they're going to tear it up, and go from the next one. Okay. There's the old office, and I was born upstairs.
Wow.
Were you really?
I was born upstairs.
I was born just up the street.
And he was born, Academy Street runs this way here. You go right up the street, and to the left, that's where Ron was born. Up there. Or was you born in the hospital?
No.
At the house?
Well, actually, I was born up on the farm that my dad run, and he had to sell the farm, and I was 2 weeks old when he moved down on Academy Street.
Oh. And then he, like I said, he lived up there in Academy Street. Go to the next one. This just shows the front of it. This is where it was posted. Next one. This is one of the ladies that worked in the office. I don't remember her name.
Ralph Guston, wife.
Is that who it was?
Mrs. Ralph Guston, yeah.
Okay.
From Leonardsville.
Leonardsville station agent.
Okay. The next one. That's Roy Ridenball.
Yeah.
He worked in the office. I can remember him.
Who
In
was-
fact, when my father went to service, my dad worked on a railroad. There's a picture of him in here. Roy wrote him a letter when he was in World War II. Next one.
Paul Stillman.
Paul Stillman.
Yeah.
Yep, can you remember him? Next one. I think that's George Moore.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
We found his grave since noontime.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay. The next one.
Sure.
That's my grandfather, Bruce Harshberger.
Bruce, yeah.
And he was right there with us to the end, as far as the railroad goes. Next one. That's my father, John Oxley.
Yeah.
Next one. And that's Howard Cadwell. And he lived right down there on
Green Street.
Green Street. Yep,
Big house.
yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
my grandmother was good friends with Howard and his wife Sally.
Right,
Yeah.
and my mother,
In this church.
Sally, and
Yeah.
yep. Next one. This gives you an overview of what it looked like before. Back here is your trailer park now, here. And your depot is here. This is where Crawford's feed store is, or was right now. It's that yellow building. Of course, this is your Dermot's Lee. This is the corner house. This was Medbury Nielsen's here. These were all tracks through here. That was my playground.
Sure was. Our playground.
Our playground. Right. Right.
That and Edmiston and South of Berlin.
Yeah. So,
Wherever we could get a ride to.
next. Okay, that's your old engine house. We used to call it the roundhouse, but the old engine house. Okay. This is what they call the sled. And your rails come up here. And there's a big cylinder right here. Your rails were jacked up and the sled went underneath them. And I'll get into this a little bit more, but that's the sled. That's how the rails got put into the car. Okay? This is how we got to work. We'd meet the caboose at the railroad station. There's the engine. Next. Now this is your winch car. So you had your caboose, your engine, your winch car, and then you had another car here, which is your rail car. Go ahead. Next. There's a picture of your winch car right there. the winch.
Okay.
Okay, now, this is shows your winch car, your rail car, and your sled. Here's where the rails come together, here,
Yeah.
where the bolts went through. So you had one crew, and you'll see this in a few pictures later, where they take and knock the bolts off and they just had one crew doing that. Okay, next. Now what he's doing is he's watching for the foreman to tell him when to pull the train. They pull up so many rails at a time, and when they get them all put in, then they signal the engineer, and he pulls the train up a certain distance, and then they go through the same routine all day long. Next.
Would they do a few feet or 50 feet or 100 feet at a time?
I couldn't tell you, Tom. I couldn't tell you. There's yours truly.
Really?
She's got hair.
Yeah, but you look 11. I mean,
And what my job was pulling the spikes. Now, the first day I was on the Dunnet, I didn't pull the spikes. They handed me a bucket, and I had to go through and pick up the spikes, and the plates that come off of the rails run up this ramp and done them. You know, I says, oh no, we're not gonna do that anymore. So the next day, I got off the train. The first thing I done is I grabbed the spike bar.
Yeah.
Little did I know the spike bar was as big as I was. And what my job was to keep up with the crew. But when they pulled the rails up, I'd go through and I'd pull up all the spikes. And then they'd have another person who'd take and pick the spikes up, because it was basically sold for scrap. So.
do you remember what size rail that was?
No, I don't. I don't.
Looks like about 80.
I was gonna say, I think they went to 70 over time, but I don't know that as a fact.
Next.
Now, where's that bridge? What bridge is that? Is that the one in Holmesville or down below there?
I couldn't tell you.
Okay,
Looks
Like I said, when I started, I was
yeah,
just below Mount Upton, and then I come all the way up, so it could have been.
alright,
Anyway, I don't know where the pictures were taken.
I think that is Huntsville.
Alright, now, I'll give you an idea. See the rails coming up this sled?
yeah,
Alright, what they do is right here, this long cable, the winch car's got a cable on it, and at the end of that cable is a big ring. And then these holes at the end of the rails where they've knocked the bolts out of, there was like a S-hook with a chain on it, and then there was a hook like this here on it, just like an S-hook. When they hauled this winch out down the tracks, they'd signal the winch man to wind it. He'd pull the winch up like this here, and they'd take this hook and he'd hook it into this ring. And they'd haul up like 6 rails at a time, 3 on each side. And then after they got that done, then they would take and they'd move the train up. Yep. And that's how they done it all day long. Go to the next one. See the cable here? What it doesn't show you is the ring at the end. Next. They're turning the rails over here so they're on their side. They have a crew doing that. Next.